Hello everybody, and welcome to another MX Bikes video. This might be the first time you're seeing me. There's actually a good chance of that since most people watching this are probably new. Or maybe you just want to refine your settings in the game of MX Bikes because, dude, this game's pretty confusing, right? I mean, it's just, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of settings. You know, you probably watch this, you don't even know how to change your camera angle yet. This is dynamic camera angle, alright? You don't want to play in this. If it's locked, we don't like that, alright? That's bad. Okay, so you want to bind change camera, because I actually don't know how it comes default, and you want to get on dynamic view. All right, just a little tip before we even get into the video: hit that sub button, hit that like button. And today I'm going to be revealing my settings. I'm also going to give you guys a setup. All right, my favorite setup currently, that is the Husqvarna 250. By the time you're watching this video, maybe you're watching it a year after I uploaded it, and the Husky's terrible now. You never know with the OEM stuff coming out, the new patches, new updates. Who knows? Who knows what the meta is, alright? Maybe you could try the setup and see if it works. Maybe you find a hidden gem and you hit me up. You're like, Troy, that setup you made a year and a half ago, it's so good. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to be showing you guys my settings. And, I mean, that's kind of it, right? I don't even know what else. Just settings, right? Let's just do it right now. Why are we even dilly-dallying, okay? What are we doing? So, we're going to start with input, alright? We're going to start with input. This is all very, very simple, right? So this is the binds of all your main controls. You got lean, right? I use left stick. You got throttle, right trigger, brake, left trigger. You got rear brake. That's for brake tapping. So I have that on the right bumper. Clutch is left bumper. And then forward, back, lean, left, right. That's all on the right stick. And then rider lean tracking. I have no idea what that means at all. Like literally zero clue. I just have it disabled. Direct lean, I have it 100%. This is something you should probably run. I think 40% is what most people run. You could probably run 30. I think Ian, one of my friends, runs 25%. I run 100%. I don't really know what it does. I think it just brings you back to center of gravity or center of whatever. I don't know. 100's pretty snappy. I like it. I use combined brake, so when I brake, it does front and back come together, which is sick. And then I just do 10 min, 100 max, and these are all pretty simple. You got lean here. You can screenshot all this. Throttle. This is actually really interesting. So if you look down here, I'll put my mouse over it. Look down here. You see this green bar, right? My controller is kind of old and it kind of sucks, right? And so I'm so happy I figured this out before the outdoor season starts, because I probably would never have qualified and I wouldn't have known why. So if that's it, that linearity is at 150. This is me when I hold down my right trigger completely. See how that bar isn't even close to the top? There's that big gap. Well, even when I do 200%, which is the highest linearity, it still doesn't even reach the top. It gets so close when I press down as hard as I can, but it doesn't even fill out the bar. And that's just how hard your bike's going to accelerate, because that's bound to obviously my throttle. And so, you know, when I was at 150 and I was putting the throttle down as hard as I could, it wasn't actually giving me that full throttle and that full acceleration. And so I was like, why am I casing jumps? Why is all this happening? Anyway, really pay attention to these bars. Make sure everything's working. Make sure you don't have stick drift, right? You can fix all that stuff as well. Anyway, that's throttle, brake. You can just take all these. I took all these from Lynn's like a year ago, so these are all just fairly stock things. They're not super crazy. But these are pretty important, so make sure you are taking my settings, and if you find anything that's not working, you can always just change it. But yeah, and then this is just rumble or whatever, strength's 25%. Input 2, these are more just binds that make sense, I think. I don't know. I mean, shift up and down, I just use my sticks for that. Sit is, I don't even know what this is actually. Okay, that's just my X button. I don't think direct should be on. Whatever. Reset, blah, blah, blah. You want to do reset for, you know, reset to the track. So once you crash, that is my options button on my PS4 controller. And then track marker is just my big, you know, that big pad in the middle of the PS4 controller. I think if you click that, you reset to your marker. And then if you want to set a marker, you just have to hold it down. Very simple. Change view. This is what you want to bind. Because a lot of people, when they get this game, they don't know how to change their camera, dude. They're just stuck. They don't have that dynamic camera that can lean forward and back. So you want to bind this to something so we can change it. Look back's also very important, so you're not a hazard on the track. You want to look behind you. And then also tear offs. I don't know what heading is. I actually have no idea. Tear offs also very important because your screen does get pretty dirty. You got some gestures here. Chat is pretty important if you want to talk to people. And then there's tricks that I never do because I'm not X Games mode. This is all for the replay camera. I think these are all good. You can copy all those if you want, because I do make edits, which are pretty interesting. So you do want these. You do not want to use the keyboard. It does not work well. It's not smooth. This is my graphics settings, right? So I have everything completely maxed. I have a 60 hertz monitor. If you have a 144, put that up to 144. Mine doesn't even go any higher. I play in 1440p. Everything is completely up. Turn track screens off. These are screens that are on some tracks. Maybe when you're watching this as a track out with a cool track screen, maybe you can turn it on just to look at it. But honestly, I think you just lose a lot of frames from this, and your computer's going to get real toasty. Okay, especially if you're on Manuwa, which is a stock track. Anyway, audio stuff, all very, very simple. This is so low just because I, record videos, and for whatever reason, this game's super loud. Pit environment's off. I use US metric. I think a lot of people just use metric system, but I'm from the US. Use my date format, whatever. Don't look at this right here. Just, just my favorite quotes ever. Bandwidth, I have no idea where this should go. I put it very high. I don't know if I actually should do that, but anyway, this is my simulation settings. All right, I run max FOV. Okay, a lot of people think this looks sickening, so you're probably going to want to turn it down to about, I think 115 to 120 is what everyone usually runs, maybe 110. I don't know, I just like max. It just is what it is. Tilt, I have at 15. Pitch, I have at 40. These settings work very, very well. Maybe you can turn tilt to 0. I know a lot of people do that. But ever since I turned tilt on, I've kind of liked it. It makes you feel like you're really railing around. You're really having some fun. But yeah, free look, I have no idea what that is. For anticipation, you want to have that off. All this can be off unless you want to see your rider standing or sitting. Turn that on. Lock to bike. This is for 3D camera. It says external view here. I think these settings are pretty dialed. I don't really remember. I haven't done third person in a while, and since I got a new PC, I don't know if I've even touched these settings or not. But yeah, rider aids, dude. What are the rider aids? Okay, now I run shift help and I run automatic clutch. I don't really even know what the difference between these two are or what they really do. Basically, I can still shift gears and stuff like that, but I don't have to pull the clutch in and let off the gas every time I shift. It just does that automatically for me. It's just something less to worry about. Automatic rider dab. I think I should have that off, to be honest. I don't know. I don't really know what this does. I think it's just when you put your foot down on the ground. I don't really think it affects things too much. Maybe if you're going super slow, like up a hill, maybe it messes stuff up. I have no idea. I'll probably just turn that off, to be honest. I use automatic rider sit, but I have sit binded to my X button. So I can't really stand whenever I want, but I can sit whenever I want. It's something that I've gotten used to. I could change it. I could learn sit. I just don't want to, dude. I've gotten to a decent speed. I know it's holding me back. It is what it is. If you're getting in this game and you want to get super fast, and you also want it to be pretty complicated, or if you know how to play claw, I just can't play claw. My hands just don't do it. Then you can turn this off. You can sit whenever you want. This just does it automatically, but you can bind it to a button and sit whenever you want. You are getting held back a little bit, though. And then automatic tire change. This just changes your tires when you go to the pits, I think. I actually have no idea what this does, but anyway, that is my settings. You've seen absolutely everything. I don't think there's anything else to show you. I'm going to show you this setup real quick. Already showed this once before, but on default. So the red is stock, and then this is just the setup. You want to copy all these black numbers. This is for the Husqvarna 250, which is my favorite 250 right now after the patch. Obviously, if you're watching this months in the future, you might be like, Troy, what are you saying? The Husky sucks. And it might suck, okay? It might not be good, but this is what I'm running. You can screenshot all this, pause the video, and yeah, that's where we're at. Let me just run a lap real quick to show you that these settings work, and I'm not just talking out of my caboose, alright? I am actually good at the game, to some degree. So if you want to watch me absolutely schmooze around the raceway here, stick to the end. Oh god. Look at that Suzuki suspension, just eating it up, dude. Eating it for breakfast. Alright, we're schmoving, we're schmoving, we're schmoving. Oh god. Why am I in 4th gear? Not good, not good. Tuck the front, not good. As long as we beat this time that I ran on a Yamaha, because the Yamaha is not that great. So I have no excuse to lose to a Yamaha time. First lap on, though, is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Frick it, we're catching him. He's getting cocky out there. Oh, I love this game. I love it so much. Yes, he's getting cocky. He's down. This is huge. I'm riding my own ghost right now. Where's my life come to? What happened to him? He just give up? There he goes. I don't know what I was doing on that lap, or even how that is my fastest lap. Who cares? We will take it, though. You can see me absolutely barking the virtual raceway here. I did not shift down to 2nd gear, and that is what happens. Do not sit in 3rd gear when you're doing a tight 180-degree corner. Guys, we gotta stop, we gotta stop. I'm getting owned by my own ghost right now. This is not normal. This time's also terrible. Listen, guys, my settings are amazing, alright? Just trust me. Just trust me, guys. Come on. Okay. Okay, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is actual exposure, dude. This is actual exposure. Maybe you shouldn't copy my... You know what? Maybe just don't copy my settings. Everyone asked me, though. I tried to be nice, and I tried to show you guys. I don't know what's going on with me tonight. I tell you what, man. That was a terrible lap. Let's just act like that never happened, alright? Let's just act like I never just went to offense. Anyway, hit that sub button, hit that like button. Hope you like this.